And waiting. And we are live! Hey, poor adventurers, and welcome to the show, which is called Hey, Poor Adventurers. You'd think I would have thought of a better intro by this week, but I sure didn't. I am, as always, your humble dungeon master, Coleman. With me, as always, is Bethany Meadows as Taseris, Nathaniel Terencio as Percy, David Gunnels as Belfry, and Jack Hills as Kibo. And if you're just tuning in this week, don't go back and listen to episode 1. But previously on Hey Poor Adventurers, our heroes are in the Empire, the Kaufmani Empire, which is an empire that is dying, an empire that is falling, an empire where very bad things are happening, basically all the time. And Belfry, the Paladin, was contacted by the Emperor Hector Kaufmani to find the Hat of Disguise, which the Emperor wants to use to basically make a body double of himself so that he doesn't get murdered by the Inquisition. To help him on this task, Belfry the Paladin has hired Nathaniel's character Percy, because he's a halfling, and the only map of the area they have is written in halfling. Kibo, because they need someone who's very magical, because this task will require going to the astral plane. And Taseris, because Taseris is a rogue. Excuse me. And Taseris is likely to know where they can find a dream crystal, which is what they will need to go to the astral plane. And Taseris did indeed know where to find a dream crystal, and so you guys have been journeying for 3 days now. You've been traveling outside of the capital city of Sertopia to a small Kenku encampment, which is where Taseris says she has heard of. She's heard that this group has a dream crystal. Now, Kenku, I have a picture here. Kenku are these bird-like creatures. Not really bird-like. I mean, they are birds, basically. They're feathered humanoids. They're about 4 feet tall, and they are essentially large magpies. They are essentially greedy. It's very likely they don't actually know the value of the dream crystal. They probably just got it because it's shiny. And they're in an encampment which is made of these large, sort of tree-like constructions, because this is the sort of thing they live on. They wouldn't live in tents. They're like basically collapsible poles that they're sort of perched on. Some of them do have slightly larger structures around them. But so these tree-like structures, and they are on the edge of a cliff, is where they have set up camp. It's a very, very large cliff. Now, what kind of approach are you guys making? Is it nighttime? Is it daytime? You guys tell me what your plan is for dealing with these Kenku.
What knowledge would it be to know if Kenku are intelligent enough for conversation?
You know that, so sort of, but not really. Kenku can't actually speak. They mimic the sound of anything they hear. And that's how they speak to each other. They sort of interpret each other's. Mostly they imitate not even words a lot of the time. A lot of the times it will be like sound effects. And they essentially talk to each other in code. So they are sentient speaking creatures. They don't, as a general rule, like non-Kenku, though. They're sort of
okay,
more
so basically
aligned.
so they talk like Bumblebee from Transformers.
Sure, yeah.
But
that's a
less
topical reference.
understandable.
Because there's a new one coming out. So good job, we got that SEO.
Yeah, something night.
Last
supposed to
night.
take place in it's supposed to take place in like medieval times or something.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's
the last one Mike Bay's making though, so that's good.
Do Kenku have like a reputation like for anything? Like, are they typically aggressive? I mean, I know they don't typically like people who aren't Kenku, but
they are, yeah. They are definitely. They definitely tend to be aggressive.
I feel like if we come in not being sneaky and present them with shiny things, we can at least ease their discontent enough to not be thrashed upon entering.
Unless it really entices them and they decide that they want all of our shiny things, and they are just going to take all of our shiny things.
Okay. Do we know for sure that they have the crystal on them? Like we're entering the camp knowing that there's a crystal in the camp.
I heard some stuff from a guy. He said some things, and we're here. So
Okay,
let's
because
hope so.
okay.
Yeah, I
question.
tell you
How...
what, that not a bad idea though. Jack, why don't you go ahead and make an arcana? Is it arcana or arcana?
Usually
Dealer's
say
choice.
Arcana.
Either way, why don't you make that check? I'm sure somebody in the chat, when the chat catches up, like about 15 seconds from now, will be like, "It's arcana." Read.
Yep.
Well,
Someone's ripping
oh guys,
your
I
hair
have
out.
some really bad news. I crit failed. I'm not using this dice tonight.
So
I don't know shit
You're
about
not sure
them.
what magic is, let alone whether or not there's any there.
You had a mini stroke.
I don't know if there's magic there. I mean, we can still go in there if you want. We can
Wait,
post
I
the-
have an idea.
That sounds like a fun time.
What's that? What's your
Halfling has
idea?
an idea. Okay, they really like shining things, right?
They do. They do really like
Like-
shiny things.
Okay, that's good to know. So I have an idea. You all can sneak into the camp, and I'll distract them by casting light, and I'll basically be a giant glow
Oh,
stick
we lost Beth.
and dance around.
No, I'm still here. I'm sorry. I've got a dog running around. I was trying to
Oh,
minimize craziness in my viewpoint.
Maybe we can use the dog as a distraction to get in.
Nope.
He'd work.
There's no
He'd
dogs
eat all
in-
their shiny things.
There's no dogs in D&D.
No, there are no.
Wow.
Just kidding.
I
There's
can.
no
there
dogs
cats?
in this world. It's a cruel, the Kaufmani Empire. That was
Are
the
there
first thing
cats?
to go. It was horrible.
Oh, I'm sad.
I'll say that I do not typically sneak, and that would be a bad idea to have this be the first day I try it.
I think,
But
I'm probably gonna forget things. Just so you guys know, I am also distracted by shiny things, being a rogue.
Okay, I liked my plan until I learned that you all are very incompetent, and I don't want to be a glorified glow stick while we're doing this. So never mind.
I am very confident at the things that
Oh,
I
yeah.
meant to do.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt in that.
Tons
But
of Birdman in the face.
we,
I
I
can
don't know.
crush their eyes until they can't see me. That's pretty much it.
Taseris is gonna walk away for a quick second while you all figure out what you want her to do.
Can we? I
Okay.
mean, like, how big is the village? How many or how big is the camp?
You
take a
see
check.
from your faraway vantage point 8.
8.
Which doesn't mean there are 8 per se, but you've seen
Yeah.
8 walking around.
All right.
These-
What do you?
And just
what
to
do you
make sure, these are not like inherently evil creatures. They're not like mind flayer-esque evil.
Not to that extent, no. They're
So it's not exactly-
chaotic neutral is how the monster manual defines them.
Yeah, that's fine. It
That
would
makes
it
sense.
would be murder to kill them all, is what I'm saying. It wouldn't be like, oh, we did justice to the realm. It would be, well, we just murdered a tribe of people who had something we wanted.
I
but
would,
were
I would
terrible
like to.
people.
I would like to avoid killing anything if we
Yeah,
can.
that's
Yeah.
just wanted to
Well,
make sure.
I'm sure my
Yeah.
demon benefactors would enjoy the souls, but
Mm-hmm.
But
We are still like level 1. We should probably avoid trying to. Be quiet.
Right.
I don't want your opinion.
do we know what like a dream crystal looks like at all? Because like at the very least, if we're gonna communicate at all, we'll have to be able to show them what we're looking for. And then
Yeah,
I'll know
give me a second.
on it.
Do. Yeah, so a dream crystal, what it looks like is, I mean, it basically looks like any other crystal. We're talking something varying in size, but like probably the largest you've ever seen is about the size of an elf's finger. So we're talking about this big. Largest you've ever seen, largest anyone's ever seen. They're not very common. And actually, Kibo would know more about them probably than anyone else. So they're fairly small crystals, and they're filled with a sort of silvery gray color, and it almost looks like oftentimes like there's a gray fog swirling inside of them. And that's what dream crystal looks like. So basically, we're talking about a gray piece of glass.
There's also probably, I don't know if this is going to be a thing, that we should worry about, but I am a how tall am I? 6'5" dragon with silver scales. So if that ends up being a problem,
Yes, they will kill you for your
I
sins.
apologize in advance.
Well, I guess we could try reason first and see where it goes from there.
Maybe. I mean, we have to find out if they have it in the first place.
Yeah, has anyone ever bartered with them? Because if that's never happened, then it's not going to happen today.
Well,
And we're
Warlock
going to have
could
to
be
steal
the
it.
first.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
very optimistic. I like it.
All right,
Well, we're
let's
12 minutes
have
in,
a
we should
decision.
Probably just go for it. Let's just go for it. I say I'm going to present them with what do I have here? I have like 2 daggers. I'm going to
Just polish them up real nice.
yeah, I'm going to polish them up, both of them up real nice. I'm going to hide one, and then I'm going to present the other like piece style, like as a gift to you. Not.
I use
not
light on it to make it fancy.
Now,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
important.
cast
Who
something
else?
on it.
Who else is going with Taseris?
I'll
I
go.
I am since I'm making it light.
I can cast light if ever be so.
So
I can do it too.
Belfry,
Is this
are you being the point man essentially?
I guess I can be. The big question is if we're going to show up and be all intimidating, if we show up in like huge numbers, or
I don't think we should be intimidating.
yeah,
I think we should be...
I'm just wondering if they're going to see it the wrong way if
I mean,
heavily
we can
armored,
always stand on our
armed
knees,
people.
make ourselves look smaller than we are.
because they are 4 feet tall. So.
Well, once we get into the camp establishment, we
Oh,
can
they're
like
right.
bow in deference and then stand back up. But I mean, going in on our knees, like, we should probably just go. Like, we're kind of like time's kind of whittling down. So.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Okay, so you three, Percy, Taseris, and Kibo, approach the camp, and as you get, sort of close, all of the Kenku turn to you, and you see 4 more who you didn't see before sticking out of the tall tree structures, holding crossbows, which they point at your heads.
Okay.
Just as you're
Hey,
moving up, more or
we
less
come in
as a
peace.
safety
We
precaution.
come in peace.
I'm gonna kneel, presenting up the dagger as like a peace offering. I'm hoping it's shining by now.
It is.
Okay.
So I do that.
All right.
Sorry about the dog.
Do you say anything?
We come in peace.
Yeah, as monosyllabic as you can make that, so that way, that way they hopefully understand. And I apologize about the dog.
I think that's just peace.
Come in.
The dog works
Peace.
actually because according to the monster manual, one of the sounds that Kenku like to imitate is barking dogs. So I assume that's the alarm as you guys walk into the camp. Your dog
Okay.
is
Wait,
doing
did
very
dog
good
practice
Foley
in this
work
world?
for us.
Thank you, Chance.
All right. So one of the Kenku, most of them are dressed in these sort of rough, like orange outfits. They just kind of look like basic, dried, probably not washed in a long time leather. One of them is actually wearing black leather, which is also studded. Which now that I say it, sounds like he's a leather daddy of some kind. No, it's like better leather armor. He'll walk forward, and he'll take the dagger, and he'll say,
I'm afraid if I click black, it's gonna be like a grandma's boy situation. So I'm just gonna bow my head.
So in that case, this one is going to take the dagger from you, and basically just point and make dog barking noises, we'll say, and basically indicate that thanks for the gift, go now.
We want to. We wish to barter.
Does
Okay.
anybody have any
We're looking for a shiny rock, swirly thing in it.
No, I
We
do
are
not.
willing to
Well,
trade.
I'm not even-
Paper.
paper and something to write with? I want to draw a picture of what we think this thing looks like and show it to them. Be like, trade.
This
Trade?
is an important part because
Oh,
if you
darn.
haven't put that in your inventory, you probably don't have it.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Can I draw it in the dirt?
Sure,
Can
you
I
can
use
draw
that?
it in the dirt.
Okay. I'll draw that, and then I'll point at the dagger, and then at what I just drew in the dirt, and say trade, and looking happy as possible, but not like manic.
They they look at it and sort of chirp amongst themselves, and then the leader points at it and then points at herself. You guys probably can't tell that it's a female, but it is. So she's gonna be like,
So you
this
have
is
it.
mine.
It's theirs. It's hers.
Yeah.
You're saying?
Yeah, that's what she said.
We can get you something better.
Now with that, they're like
shinier.
Just draw a bigger one next to it.
They're
I put an X and
I draw a bigger knife. We can get you something like this.
now they jump up and down, sort of excitedly. This they like.
Okay.
They are waiting for you to give them the bigger knife.
Anyone have a long sword they're willing to part with?
Well,
I
just
have
to reiterate,
Or short sword.
I'm not. Did I go with them? I
No,
forget
you did not
the
go
final.
with them. You're watching
Okay, I was
from.
about to, that's why I've been quiet because
Yeah,
like I
you're
can't.
watching. You're watching from pretty far away. They're a little larger than Specs. Like you can make out individual forms, but you certainly can't hear what's going on.
Because I absolutely have a longsword.
Yeah, but you're not part of
Yeah,
it.
I'm just they
Yeah.
would
Yeah, yeah.
know.
Oh,
They would
that's
have
true.
seen me
Okay,
use
yeah.
it at the bar. That's why I'm saying it.
I mean, are you willing to give that? I mean, we're kind of having like a meta conversation
You are
right
having
now.
a minute conversation.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We've
That's,
been traveling for 3 days. We might be aware that he has a sword.
No, you're aware
Sure.
that he has a sword, but you can't discuss with him. Are you willing to give up with your sword? You have to discuss with each other. Are
you
you
recently
going to
watched
promise
me
his sword away?
cleave a bandit into mist with it, like in a bar. So yeah, you know I have a sword.
Well, you probably. I'm going to logically determine that you probably need that sword then, because I have specializations in different weapons. I'm going to hand them my short sword, which would be bigger than the dagger, and see if that pleases them. And you all owe me a short sword, by the way.
Does a hand axe work?
The leader of the Kenku, she looks at it and kind of like, and she knocks it aside, and she pulls out a short sword, and 5 of her men also pull out short swords, as though to say like, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
I think they're good on
alright.
short swords.
We've got short swords. Yeah, it's
do
not.
you have
it's,
one of these? I take out one of my hand axes. Do you have one of these?
Wait, hold on. Just real quick. Did I see all of them? I can't see the
Yeah, you
context,
definitely
so they
saw
pulled
all
them
of
out.
them pull their weapons. I assume this is daytime, right?
Oh, no.
I assume-
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
daytime.
so you did in fact see all of them pull their weapons out. For
Based
sure.
on my perception of what happens, I will approach and
Oh, God.
halfway draw the sword from the sheath. So not like killing things. I'm just walking in to give a little backup because it looks like it's getting a little hairy from my point of view.
All
Alright.
right,
You
from
have
the
one
point
of
of view of you
these.
guys on the ground, the sound of dogs barking intensifies a lot. Suddenly, everyone is making this noise.
Hey, my dog's actually quiet for a change.
I
No,
go,
but
But you
up
guys
there.
don't know what's going
I
on.
can offer you this
They're
hand axe.
obviously they're agitated
Do you
about
have a
something.
hand axe?
Yeah.
Because of your crappy roll earlier, you think they're thrilled about the hand axe, Kibo. You think that's what's going on.
I think they're into it, guys.
All
I
right.
don't know, I'm starting to see
Yeah.
pitchforks raised in the back. No.
Yeah, exactly. Move quickly. What are you guys gonna do?
So I'm approaching, and my sword's not all the way out. It's just that the whole intimidating kind of back off kind of look.
Okay,
So
Can I cast can I cast light on my mace and just like wave a really shiny mace at them? A glowing shiny mace to distract them.
You
Maybe
can,
mesmerize
but,
them.
But I think at this point, they think you're
Bro.
just drawing a weapon on them, and I
That
think
is right, yeah.
everybody go ahead and roll initiative, because I
Okay.
think we done botched these negotiations.
I got a 14.
I think we
I
did
rolled
okay.
shit tonight. That's 2 on the die. That's my dexterity, if I'm correct.
I rolled a 12.
5 in total.
All right, Percy got 12. Belfry? 2?
2.
Okay.
Rolled a 3, -1.
We're gonna do great.
I'm
have confidence.
I'm too far back when this starts. Like I have to get up to you guys.
All right, the Kenku are going to go first, and they're going to target the guy who just pulled his sword out. So remember, there's 4 of them in the tree-like structures. There's 7 of them on the ground plus 1 leader, so there's 8 on the ground total. And one of them tries to get you, Percy, with their short sword. And does a 21 pierce your armor?
I think it goes
Probably.
through his armor and hits the person behind him.
Probably, Mr. Cleric.
That's what I was looking for.
All right,
okay.
so you're going to take 3 damage. That one's a miss. That one's a miss. That one's a miss. That one's a hit. And that one's a hit. So you're going to take... All right, so 3 of them hit you. You take a total of 6 damage. And now it is Taseris' turn.
I flubbed my number, which is totally my fault. So I won't. I don't know if this will put me ahead of the Kibo or whatever they are now. I actually had 17. I forgot to count my actual initiative bonus.
Okay. If you had 17, you would have gone first. So
okay,
yeah,
well,
we'll just say you go now.
Okay, that's fine. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my short sword, and since I'm still like on my knees, I'm going to see if I can just swipe up at whoever's closest to me. I'm assuming that might be the leader, considering that they were close enough to take the dagger. Wait, do you have
your short sword?
Well, I mean, they
got
smacked
knocked
it away.
Like
so how knocked away? Like 10 feet or like within?
I think you got to run over and get it.
Okay, then never mind. I'll just drag my draw my dagger.
Okay.
So same thing. That's a 10, but I get plus something to that. I think it's my dex bonus is added to that, so 13 total.
Okay. All right. Yeah. The leader takes damage, but doesn't seem too put off by it.
Okay. I roll for my damage. Let's see, 1d4 plus so 4, and I think that takes my dex bonus again. Sorry, I play 2 different games, so I'm getting my rules kind of confused now.
I don't think you add your dex, but I'm.
Well, okay, we'll just say 4 for now. I was pretty sure. Like, where's my finesse detail?
Finesse, I believe, means that you get to make the attack with dexterity instead of strength. I'm pretty sure that's what finesse means. Yeah.
It says choose strength or dex mod for attack and damage rolls.
Oh,
Must
okay.
use same mod for both. So I guess that's 7 total. I knew I had it in here somewhere. I wish I could. Need to figure out how to bold.
All right, yeah. So the leader doesn't look like they're too put out by this. And Percy gets to go next with your glowing mace. With your glowing hi, I am the target mace. With the giant bullseye you painted on yourself.
Well, one way or another, we initiated the glow stick plan, so, darn. Okay, what should I do? Okay, so I'm gonna, with my glowing mace, I'm gonna actually, how far am I from, the leader, queen?
Not very far.
Okay, I'm gonna, since we're all kneeling, I'm gonna get up from the ground with my glowing mace in hand, and I'm actually gonna swipe at her with it.
Okay.
Okay, let's. I got a 15.
Nope.
Yeah. Darn. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. All right. Next
Doing my
up,
best, guys.
Next up is actually the leader, and she, as I said, also has a short sword, and she crit fails. Ooh. So she tries to swing at you, expecting you to still be kneeling, and she falls prone.
Yes.
Attack of opportunity.
Not the most impressive feat for the leader of a bandit camp. Next is
her feet aren't impressive either.
No.
Wait, who's next?
You are.
Question about the ones in the trees. Can can I hit multiple ones with a 15-foot cone?
I would say probably not.
Then I guess I'm just going to Eldritch Blast one of them.
Done.
Okay, that is 21.
Yep,
Nice.
that'll hit.
8 damage.
All right, you have hurt, but not killed one of the archers. And finally, we come to Belfry, running in, not sure what's going on, thinking, I'm helping. I'm going to say you're about 30 feet away from the main area of the camp where, like, everyone is clustered.
Oh, I got you. I'm going to start off by saying that I intend to do non-lethal damage.
Okay, sounds good.
My second question is, or my first question, I guess, is based on the ones on the ground, is there a way I can get multiple ones within a 15-foot cone?
Yeah, you'd definitely be able to, because they're clustered pretty close together. I'm going to say you can get, you can get 4. 4 of them on the ground are in a 15-foot radius together.
Okay, so I'm going to show up to the scene, take a deep breath, and use my breath weapon against them, which is just a save of 13. And when we discussed it before, we decided on a con save because the book's not very clear.
Actually, somebody did tell
great.
us that in the comments. So we'll give them a shout out. Let me pull that up real quick because, yes, pulling up videos while you're also live streaming video is great.
So I heard you like videos. So we put a video in your video so you can watch a video while you watch a video.
It doesn't. That's not going to hurt our internet.
And I'm going to attack the zombie with shield in one hand.
Get
and
ready for the crash, everybody.
All right, yeah. So 8 plus Constitution plus Proficiency is what the save is.
Wow.
8 plus your Constitution plus your Proficiency, obviously. So what would that be?
That's a 13. We didn't know what it would be versus against.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say probably Charisma because that's usually this sort of thing, and they did not make it. So all 4 of them take damage. Yes.
Yeah, they'll take the full damage. Let me go ahead and roll it. Not like if they do save, they get half damage. That's what I mean.
Right,
I
yeah.
didn't mean I'm doing max damage.
Yeah.
That's 6 total damage.
6 total damage. So they each
Yes.
take 6, or
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
great.
they each take 6.
All right. That's, again, not, like, too substantial, but definitely upsetting. And they are going to go now. This time the archers are going to go. Miss, hit, miss, hit. All right. And Mr. Glowy Mace is still the target, for sure. So you're going to take, 11 points of damage. How you doing, Percy?
Rip.
Are you at 0 hit points?
Yeah, I'm at 0.
So, geez, yeah, you're dropping. Oh,
All
no.
right, it's time for death saving dice, which
Okay. Let's do this.
all right, that's on page 197 in the player's handbook if you have that handy.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
basically, so what happens with death saving dice is now whenever you start your turn with 0 hit points, which is what you're at right now, you have to make a death saving throw. You have to roll a d20, and if you get a 10 or higher, you succeed. Otherwise, you fail. On your 3rd success, you become stable, which means that you're not going to die. And on the 3rd failure, you die. They don't have to be consecutive. You keep track of both until you collect 3 of a kind. If you roll a 20, it counts as 2 successes. If you roll a 1, it counts as 2 failures.
Okay.
Oh, no, if you roll a 20 on the d20, you just live. You come back with 1 hit point.
You stabilize, yeah.
Okay.
And other players can make a medicine check to try to stabilize you as well.
Okay.
Or they can heal you if they have healing available. So Percy goes down, which means that on the bright side, your mace is no longer glowing because you're no longer concentrating on keeping that spell. The bad news is you're bleeding a lot. A lot of the stuff that was inside of you is outside of you now.
Just a flesh wound. You're fine.
Just a flesh wound. There we go. Somebody made the joke. We're a real D&D show. Taseris, it is your turn.
All right. Since the leader's still down, I'm assuming within reach, I'm going to see if I can just take my dagger and just plunge it into the back of her head.
Okay.
Man,
Where...
love my decision to do non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
It's a personal one, though.
Ooh, I got a 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Stupid dagger, and it's 1d4 piercing.
Do you get any kind of advantage or something for attacking a prone target?
She doesn't need it. I mean, she hit.
Or sneak attack? Yeah, I just mean like as far as like sneak attack damage or something kind of. I don't know how 5e works.
Yeah. She would get extra damage if she
I
had
don't...
advantage. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah. I mean, I'm already doing 6 damage if I'm adding my dex modifier because I rolled a 3. So.
All right.
I'm assuming that's going to be pretty harsh, even if I'm not killing her.
I'm
removing half of her face from the back, starting forward.
Yeah.
So.
You are definitely now her preferred target. No,
I'm assuming.
Yeah, Percy, it is your turn. So all you do is roll to see if you get a success or failure.
Okay, let's see.
And I'm going to be right back.
I got a 10.
All right, that's
Okay.
a success. So you have 1 out of 3 not-dying successes.
Successes are slightly in your favor.
All right, the leader's
Because it's
going
the
to
10
go
or
now.
better.
Trying to live over here, guys. Just, you're great. You're doing great. I'm just...
The leader's going to go now and hit Beth. Well, nope. Actually, she's just going to get up because that's what you do when you fall prone. Which means that it is now Kibo's turn.
Just as another quick question, does getting up from a prone position provoke any kind of attacks of opportunity or anything, or is that not in this edition?
I don't think so.
Okay, let's just move on.
All right. I think I'm going to try. I'm going to shoot at that archer again with my Eldritch Blast.
Sounds good.
14.
Yep, that'll hit.
1 damage.
Okay, well, that's not quite gonna do it. That archer is pretty close to dead, but not quite that close. You, like, singe one of its feathers, and it just kind of plucks it and is like... and chucks it. Unimpressed. And then Belfry.
How close am I to the dying cleric?
You're pretty close. I mean, you ran up, didn't you? Or did you stay 30 feet back?
Oh, I had to be in their faces to do the
Yeah,
cone.
so you're all in the same, like, area.
All right. So, quick question about healing someone with negative. Does it heal from the negative value, or does it start with, like, 1 makes them 1, and then 2, 3, 4? Or would I make it go from, like, -5 to -4, -3?
Are you at negative hit points, Percy, or are you at 0?
I'm at -2. Yeah, I think I'm missing like 4 organs right now.
I don't think you need that kidney anyways.
Yeah, so
totally
he's
died.
because he didn't take a big enough damage for him to die instantly, he's just at 0. So if you heal him, he'll go up.
Okay.
That's my understanding. Again, somebody in the chat is definitely saying "Ree," but too bad, it's a story show. Calm down.
In that case, I will do. I'll spend my turn doing lay on hands on Percy to heal. I can heal up to 5 with the touch, and I guess it's up to me. I'll blow it all. Yeah, I'll give all 5.
All right, Percy, you rise with 5 hit points.
Oh, bless you. Bless your soul. Thank you so much.
Speaking of bless.
Remember that the next time you're calling your party members degenerates, by the way, Percy.
Yeah. And incompetent.
Yeah. All right. Bad guys
I
are
meant that
good
in
to
the
go.
most positive way I can.
All right. Because Taseris, you got a pretty nasty stab on that leader. You're suddenly the priority target. excuse me, of these Kenku who are on the ground. It's gonna be. What's your AC?
14.
Okay, that's a miss. That's a miss. That's a miss. That's a crit.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's a hit. That's a miss. That's a miss. All right. So one of them is going to do, Jesus, 12 damage to you.
Probably should have saved some of that.
The other one's
yeah,
only
yeah,
gonna do
probably
1.
shoulda. I'm sorry. How much did the other one do?
Just 1.
Oh, good. I'm at negative. Oh, yeah. -2.
All right. So you're in the same situation then.
I sure am. And oh, I can mark these off by. Okay, cool.
This is exciting. Episode 2. Everybody just dies, I guess.
Yeah.
Surrender is always an option. Just gonna throw that out there.
Can we arrive?
Percy, what are you gonna do?
Okay. How far am I away from Taseris?
Again, you're all in the same area, so you're.
Oh, we're all in the
within
same area?
range,
Okay.
Yeah, you're all like
Okay.
within a few feet of each other. I'm imagining basically the Kenku are surrounding you, and you guys are kind of in the middle.
Okay. I'm actually gonna cast Cure Wounds on Taseris.
All right, that sounds
and
good.
Let's
Do you
see.
have to do a roll for how many points?
Does
that
it
heals
say
me,
what
or-
that does? If
Yeah.
Is that just healing?
Yeah, it's just healing,
Okay.
but I have to roll a 1d8. So.
All right.
The odds are
And plus
good.
3. And plus 3. So it's 8 total.
8 total.
Yep.
So I. All right.
So you'll be back up to 8 then, right?
Oh, am I not going? I was at -2.
Yeah, you'll be
Just
up
an
to
empty-
8. That's what
Okay.
we're going with. Them's the
Okay.
rules.
All right, cool. I haven't really gotten close to death in a 5e campaign before, so that's new to me.
Running is also another option.
Yeah, I mean we could try and take these guys at night.
Or maybe if we kill the leader, they'll cower before us and give us our rock.
Or you said that they slept in like little essentially the equivalents of birdhouses. I
They
say
do.
we come back at night and burn those suckers to the ground.
Let's start an epic forest fire.
Good luck,
Hey.
good luck convincing your paladin and your cleric to do that, but we'll see how that goes.
Oh right, sorry, I'm used to playing evil.
I mean, I'm perfectly down for it.
Oh,
Once-
awesome.
once
All
Once
right.
again,
So
my
you and I will
perception
do
is
that
very
and
low.
Be like, I wonder what happened. How
Or we could
convenient.
just, try killing the leader and see if everyone will bow to us.
It is the
Okay.
leader's turn, actually. The leader is definitely going to try and attack Beth.
Wasn't she prone, or did she spend her?
She got
did
up.
have to-
Got it.
While you were
Oh,
gone.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she only does 2 damage.
Oh, all right.
They give it for small favors. And then Kibo.
Oh wait.
Hey, am I still able to get? How many can I get in a 15-foot cone, including the leader?
Including the leader, you can get 3.
Should I use burning hands or not?
Man, we need all the help we can get, I think.
Yeah. All the
Okay, I
damage you
turn my
can
attention
do.
away from the archer and go, taste. Let's see how you like the fires of hell itself. Have them roll reflex saves.
Okay,
All right. And what do they have to beat?
I think it's just my spell DC,
should be.
which
yeah.
is 13.
All
Right.
right. The leader succeeds, the other 2 do not. So what happens to them?
The leader takes half damage.
Okay.
That's 3d6.
Not bad.
That's an even 6 in total. So the leader takes 3, everyone else takes 6.
All right. The leader's still doing just fine. The
Damn.
other 2 go down.
Nice.
Like as in flatline, or they're
I'm
just knocked
smelling-
to their asses.
Not
I'm
so
still
much
dinner.
flatline as flat piles of ash.
Guess I'm not smelling dinner.
Oh man.
Well, the best thing is the breath that I did was all ice. And then
Yeah.
fire comes out of nowhere and just.
I look
It's
down
worth
and go,
noting, by
"Did
the
you
way,
like that,
again,
Satan?"
that Mr. Belfry the Paladin, this is definitely something that you guys should talk out in character after this fight is over. You are
That-
trying for non-lethal damage, and you just
Yes.
noticed one of your companions going, "I will consume you with the fires of hell." and do
However,
it.
I did not announce anything about non-lethal.
No, you didn't announce it, but again,
Does the
your
fire intimidate
perspective-
anyone though? Just curious.
what?
Does the incineration intimidate any of them or no?
You know what? Go ahead. Yeah, roll an intimidation check with advantage. Let's see.
Okay, with advantage.
Criminals are a cowardly lot.
That would be 17.
Wow. Yeah, okay, I think it's safe to say that all of the Kenku sort of take a step back.
Even
Hold.
the leader?
Hold.
Yeah. You guys have an opportunity to... We'll say you're not in combat just for a moment, if you guys want to try and
Okay.
do something.
Okay.
All right. I'll just say that the first thing I do, I drop my weapon to the ground,
Okay.
just as like as a mutual show of like I am also not trying to kill you.
I think you mean you alone are not trying to
Yeah,
kill them.
that's fine.
I'm,
If they start attacking all just you guys again, I might just slink back into the woods.
Oh, well.
I'm gonna start the fight and then have fun. No.
Oh.
Okay, so you guys see Belfry, who is again sort of your de facto leader, drop his weapon. What do the rest of you guys do?
I raise my hands up and go. We just
Well, they
want
all
the rock.
shrink back if you raise your hands up.
Is it at all like how you cast spells, or is it completely like your palms might be facing behind you? Maybe.
Yeah,
like,
maybe
Yeah,
like
but-
this. Yeah. If you're just doing this.
We just want the rock.
I'm gonna put my dagger away, but my hand is staying on the handle, for lack of better terms.
I'm gonna put my not glowing mace into my I'm gonna put that on the ground actually, but hold on to my shield in my left arm.
Okay, what is your guys? This will be interesting. What is your guys' passive perception? So I want you. What is your like perception modifier plus 10?
11.
13.
12.
11.
Okie doke. So none of you notice the Kenku coming up behind you, who hits you with something very heavy, and you all fall unconscious.
So all four.
All
Like
four
four
of you
different
fall
Kenku?
unconscious.
Okay.
None of you had a good enough perception.
That's good.
And you wake up the next day. Well, I guess it's not that. It's probably that night. So we'll say you guys have gotten a short rest for the purposes
Ooh.
of that.
Yes.
I was about to say you didn't want to give us an extended.
Well, also, I mean, you guys were knocked out. You weren't like hit with
Yeah.
a sleeping gas.
We didn't have a nice relaxing.
On the bright side, I get my spells back. My single spell.
Yeah, same.
How much does a short rest heal in 5e?
I'm not
Does it?
sure. It won't be important. We only have 15 minutes left,
Mhm.
Okay.
so you can figure that out before the next session.
Okay.
So you guys wake up and it is basically pitch black.
So we're
For
blindfolded.
all
I
of
have
you
dark
guys,
vision.
it is pitch black. You all like wiggle around a bit, and you feel like
I
you
would
are.
just like to say I have dark vision.
It's okay.
Yes, so do
that
I.
still doesn't help.
Yeah, we're blindfolded.
It could be a magical darkness. There's tons of stuff.
This
that
isn't
could
just
be.
your average ordinary darkness.
So
this
you can-
is
So you
Advanced
guys, you can
darkness.
all tell that you're all sitting up, kind of like I am. Your hands are definitely tied behind you. You all feel like you're leaning on something warm, and your legs you seem to be able to swing freely.
we're being roasted, aren't we?
And you, Belfry, hear that when Kibo says that from right behind you.
Just go shh.
And Kibo, you
at
hear
this
that
point,
from
it's-
right behind you. And you guys realize that the warm things that you're leaning on are probably, for you two, each other. You guys are back to back. What about the other two?
I'm trying to just. Percy is just gonna wiggle around until he can sort of make sense of what's his
All right,
surroundings.
Taseris, you feel something wiggling against your back.
I headbutt whatever it is just going that way. No, I'm just kidding.
Nope. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Pong.
Uh,
You don't
if our
take any
hands are
damage,
behind us-
Percy, but it doesn't feel good.
I'm assuming I hear him probably cry out, and I go, "Oh, sorry,
You're not sorry.
not my first rodeo."
Okay.
All right, so roleplay it out. Talk to each other in character. Let's.
So what are we bound with? Can we tell? Is it like chain or is it rope or? Like-
Chain.
Oh man.
Oh
I
god.
don't think I can Eldritch Blast that.
We have
Yes.
Well,
Please don't take my
don't-
hands
don't-
off.
Don't do any eldritch blasting, because if it goes in
Yeah.
any one of our directions, that'll be really bad.
Percy and Taseris, you can't hear Belfry and Kibo, and vice versa.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Okay. Do we have
This is
anything
quite the
on us? Have we
situation.
been
You guys
stripped of?
got ourselves in Belfry.
Have we been stripped of all our gear as well? Like we have nothing.
You can't tell because your hands are bound.
True. Okay.
But I
Can
mean,
I-
I'll
can
just
I
tell you
feel
guys.
around?
Yeah, you guys laid down your weapons.
Mm.
I want to feel around and see if I can find my thieves' tools that I would have had stored on my person.
I'm gonna say no.
No, I can't, or no, I don't have them.
You don't.
based
You
on
don't.
search.
You don't have them. The Kenku are probably
Okay.
smart enough to
Uh,
take those away.
Okay.
I might have some. Wait, it's not going to work with chain.
Yeah, the chain's kind of. I don't think we're getting out of it.
Again, this
Uh,
is meant to be sort of a talking, like
Yeah.
chatting
Right.
moment.
Oh.
Uh,
So how do you think they're going to cook us? Well done or medium rare?
Are we okay? Are we hanging? I forget exactly the situation we're in. Or are we tied
Your
to a
legs can
beam?
swing freely, so yeah, you're like definitely up on something.
And we can't see anything, correct?
You can't see anything. You can
Is
hear
there-
faint noises in the distance.
Is there a way I can swing my legs up to test to see what's above? Like if it's also a rope or if it's most likely a chain, but just any kind of.
Sure. Actually, yeah, you swing your legs forward, and from your perspective, you swing back, and from Kibo's perspective, he swings forward. So it's like this,
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
just a little bit.
Whoa.
Taseris, got any ideas? I'm down for suggestions. Literally any suggestions.
Sure, no problem. I want to use my super elfy senses to see if I can determine if we're like indoors, outdoors, if I can like smell anything that's not us. So, like, should I just like do a quick roll for that, or do you just want to tell me what I can figure out?
You are. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and roll? We'll see how much you
Okay.
know.
That's a 9, 10. I rolled a 12. Well, I got 12 total, I should say.
Yeah. Okay. So you actually get the sense that you are outside. You can
Okay.
kind of feel a breeze.
Okay. Percy, do you know if you've been, if all of your tools have been taken from you? Do you feel like maybe you were able to keep something hidden on your person?
Nothing that would be useful, except for the only thing I have on my person would probably be my holy symbol because I keep it
Okay.
around my neck.
What spells do you have available to you at the moment?
Bless, light, mending, cure wounds, guiding bolt.
Do you say bending?
Mending, as in fixing.
Mending.
So if the chains were broken, he could fix them.
Well, we don't want that per se. What was the guiding light, or what was that last one?
Guiding bolt.
Yeah, what's that?
I don't really know, to be honest. I have no
I'm sorry, I don't mean to put you on the spot. I'm trying to
No, it's
formulate
okay.
a plan.
No, basically a flash of light just goes towards a creature, and it takes 4d6 radiant damage.
If
That's what I'm
since-
reading.
are we're swinging too? Correct.
Well, you guys haven't moved yet, from what I understand. But yeah, if you do move, you realize that you also can like swing a bit.
Okay. I'm gonna try and get some swing going, maybe like some rotation. If there's like nothing below us, can I hear if there's anybody, like any whatever those creatures were, like, around in the area?
Well, here's what I'm gonna say happens. You start swinging,
Yeah.
and then you come suddenly to a stop, and you hear the Kenku sort of chattering behind you, like, nicely, and then whoomp, and the same thing happens to Belfry and Kibo, whoomp, and you guys realize that the reason it was so dark and dark vision wasn't helping is because very, very thick clods were covering your guys' cages, and you were about 50 feet apart from each other, hanging from different of the bird structures. All of the Kenku are gathered either on these structures or underneath, kind of like chattering and cheering. They seem very excited about something.
They're gonna make us fight something, aren't they?
As you look
They're gonna feed us
down,
to something.
as you look down from the cages, which are basically made of like bars, you know, that you can easily see through. As you look down through the bottoms of the cages you guys are suspended from, you can probably see why they're so excited that you got captured. Because, well, let me put it this way. We're going to be ending this episode on a cliffhanger.
A literal cliffhanger.
Boom! We're hanging over the cliff.
2 literal cliffhangers. That's going to be our show tonight, everyone. Thank you very much for everyone who tuned in. If you're watching later, please share the show, you know, spread on Twitter, Facebook, those sorts of places. The more views we get, the more we can prove the show is viable, the more we can do more episodes of it, and the more we can do more things like this, more live streams in the future. So, you know, be sure to check that out. Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. And
Good job, everybody. Nobody died yet.
Nobody died yet. Goodbye, everybody.
Oh.